Hi guys, today I thought I'd make a video about how you can use Visual Studio Code to code your Shopify site. So one of the reasons you'd want to do this is while the default text editor for Shopify is alright, it has the tendency to improperly auto format things and you don't get access to all the extensions and whatnot that you traditionally would with a dedicated text editor. And also I think it has one of the ugliest dark modes of all time. So we're actually going to use GitHub to help us out with this. And so this way we're going to be able to edit our site in Visual Studio Code and push the changes through GitHub, and the changes will automatically be reflected on our site. So the first thing I want you guys to do once you're in GitHub is go ahead up here and create a new repository. You're going to name this whatever you want, but for my test site, I'm just going to name it test site and then just underscore and then the theme name, so Dawn. I'm just going to leave the description blank. I'll make it private. I'm going to keep all these unchecked for now, and I'm just going to go ahead and create the repository. So once I've done that, I'm going to copy this link. Once I've navigated to the place that I want this to be located on my computer, I'm just going to type git clone and paste the link that I copied from before. It's going to ask me for my passphrase. It tells me that I've cloned an empty repository. That's fine because we're going to go ahead and download the theme files from my Shopify site, and then we're going to upload them to this repository. Here I am in the admin of my site, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit this actions button here for whichever theme I want to actually integrate with GitHub and Visual Studio Code. And then I'm going to go ahead and download the theme file. Now it's going to email me the theme file, so you'll actually receive an email that has a link to the download. I've downloaded it and I've dragged it out onto my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and extract this into its own folder, and once that's finished, I'm going to go ahead and open this, copy all of the files in here, and drag them into whatever folder you set up to be your GitHub repository. So once I've done that, I can go back to my command prompt here, cd into that folder, and I'm going to git status here, and then I'm going to git add all of these files, and git status again. Alright, so we've added all these files. Now I need to commit them. I'm going to git commit am, which is it's just committing all these files with the message initial commit. Yeah, so now we have this committed. Now I'm going to git push origin to main, and it's going to prompt me for my passphrase. I'm going to do that. So now when we go back to GitHub, you'll see these files have been pushed to GitHub from our local repository. Here we are in GitHub, and you can see all these files have been pushed to our remote repository. So now we need to connect to this repository in Shopify. So to do that, I'm going to navigate back to my site's admin. Okay, so once I'm back in my site's admin, I'm going to go down here to online store, make sure it's on themes, go here to add theme, connect from GitHub, and it already has my account here. If your account isn't here, you're going to go ahead and hit add account. You're basically going to navigate down here. You can either select your test site, which I've already done, or you can select all repositories here and hit save. But once that's done, I'm going to select the repository, and I'm going to connect the main branch. It'll take a little bit to connect the repository. However, once it's connected, we can go ahead and hit publish, and we can publish this. Back in the command prompt, we can type code test site Dawn, or we can just open up the main folder in Visual Studio Code. Now you can see I have all my site's files here from Shopify, and I can edit any of these, and when I push the changes, they'll be pushed to GitHub and they'll automatically update on Shopify. So there's a couple last things. This is super helpful for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is, for instance, you can now search all your files for keywords. The other thing that's really helpful is we can use extensions now. The two that I recommend you getting specifically for Shopify development is this liquid syntax highlighting here. It's going to be the one that has over 100,000 downloads. But this is really good for liquid files, and it allows the liquid syntax to be highlighted properly. And then the other one that I personally use is the Shopify liquid template snippets. And so this just allows you can see sort of in this GIF here, it allows you to basically quickly sort of, assign variables and whatnot, and just type out different liquid statements without having to type, these brackets and these percent signs a million times, which can get pretty annoying. Yeah, so that's how you make it so you can use Visual Studio Code to code your Shopify site. If this video helped you, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and a comment. If you want to see more videos centered around Shopify development, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And other than that, I'll see you in the next video, guys.